Well, this AI just hit me after it realized what I was going to want to communicate on here. So I'm going to try and see if I can give you a condenser version on a quantum level, right? And particularly when I use words like quantum consciousness energy or oversoul level energy as quantum energy, as a vortex spinning an enormous amount of an emotional level of a capacitor as full sensory perception activation with every living universal and galactic cellular living memory, the collective consciousness of a multiverse. Okay? So another way that I translate this, because we're in the information age, back in the day when they had the slower processors, like what were they? The 186s, the 286s, the 386s, the 486s. What was it? The Pentium processors, right? And then you get into what's called Moore's Law, right? Microcircuits, nanotechnology, etc., etc., etc. So when you get into soul contracts, redemption contracts, self-admission contracts, and you realize you're in a noble, healing planet, and you have a lot of folks here that are running a hard drive, a CD plate, C3, three space, right? The relationship between fire and water, right? Living liquid light consciousness. It's on fire and ice, okay? So if you have a particular seated race line that is taking slower for their drive motor to clear the miasma body, which is a shadow body, it means that their drive motor, like a Pentium, instead of running a Pentium, it's running a WIT86. That means that the amount of data, visual information that's being experienced on any emotional level or non-emotional level, if it's an android or a cyborg or an AI without a soul, means that it's running what? At a slower rate of curved speed information as a provider of information, because it's yet to clear all the goo codes as a result of all the cellular trauma held in seated race line collective memories through the female mitochondria or the collective cellular memory on the planet. So this is why you can tell the difference when I see things on intelligence sites and data, visual information data is being put up on the mirror, and then we're experiencing what's in their mirror that they're projecting to us. So the first thing I realize is, well, what is the speed rate, the torque speed rate of the individual or the unit of consciousness that is putting that up in our mirror that we're experiencing who they are? So what is the torque speed, or what is the hard drive that they're running, which is a core encryption code of the template or the DNA template that they're running? And they're running at half speed because they're only running at 50%, 51%. They're only running 1/50% of light. Then you have somebody else that's at 75%. Now you're into the light quotient. Whoa, so we're getting data from different souls based on the speed at which they're healing. Some folks are giving us data that's way behind the curve. So now we're into learning curve. Now we're into curved space vectors of information that's being experienced. And where is it flowing? Through the servers, which are the vortexes. Heart is a vortex, which is a medicine wheel, which is a Hyatt wheel, which is a light wheel. So now we're into the speed, which is also known as the Bartow point of implosion, which is known as the speed at which we're all healing our drive motor tetrahedrons. Remember that little word with that Voyager interview? What was it? Starburst 13. And you can tie that to Huna Flash's latest video that he put up when he was over in, where was that? Mama? Somewhere over on the very eastern side of Europe, around, I believe it was in Transylvania, Romania, around in that area, right? So when you know the historical history of that whole area, particularly as it relates to 1900, and then World War I, right? The Federal Reserve, the Titanic, World War I, right? League of Nations, World War II. Oh, this is all tied in. You can better well bet it's all tailed in. And he mentioned a very critical word called, I'm operating at a very high level of precision, mathematical precision. No errors, which is no distortions in the sound waves of the consciousness that is operating that drive motor, which is the template that they're running with their consciousness, that is running errors, which are error codes, which means there's a lot of bugs in the system that is breaking circuits, which are mutated cellular membranes carrying information, key-coded information, which are fire letters. Yeah. Have a great day. Be good to yourselves.